I'm going to talk to you about distance and displacement in two dimensions. And let's start off with some definitions first. So first of all, the distance is the length of a path between 2 points, and this is a scalar quantity because it has only a magnitude to it. There's no direction associated with it. However, displacement, you must include the direction. So the direction from and the length of a straight line from the starting point to an ending point. This is a vector quantity because it has both a magnitude and a direction associated with it. So how do we express the direction of a displaced object in a linear direction? Well, normally we use a positive or a negative value. The positive normally isn't written, so if it's not negative, it's assumed to be positive. So if we take this circle and we move it to the right, we say that it has the displacement of 4 meters. It is a positive 4 meters, and we just write 4 meters. However, if it was to move to the left, that is a displacement of a negative 4 meters. Now, in 2 dimensions, we often use the angle that is from the positive x direction on a coordinate system. So let's look at an example of distance and displacement using New York State. So say we wanted to go from New York City to Buffalo. We'd have to drive on the New York State Thruway, and it would look like something like this. It's a total distance of 418 miles. However, our displacement would be given by a direct arrow from New York City to Buffalo. And it would have a magnitude and a direction. So the magnitude would be the length of that arrow. And so the displacement magnitude would be 313 miles. What is the direction? Well, let's use a coordinate system, and we'll put it at New York City. And we're going to measure the angle from the positive x direction. So it would be this angle right here, which would be about 145 degrees. So the distance from New York City to Buffalo is 418 miles, but the displacement is 313 miles at 145 degrees. So it has both a magnitude and a direction. What if we were going to go from Buffalo to New York City? Well, our distance would still be 418 miles. We don't include a direction with it. But notice that the direction of this arrow is now pointing from Buffalo to New York City. Our magnitude would still be 313 miles, but when we use our coordinate system and we measure from the positive x direction, we find out that the angle now is about 325 degrees. So in this case, our distance is still 418 miles, but our displacement is 313 miles at 325 degrees. And that's how you use direction for displacement in 2 dimensions.